Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, how are you? Yeah, we hear you.
Nice, nice. Yes, can hear you as well.
Hi, I'm using my laptop. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Okay, hi friends, welcome here, and we will start this session shortly. So please stay around, invite your friends, and make sure to like and to read the space as well. And yeah, hold on.
Hello, should I start with the introduction?
Uh, Hi, I think we need to wait for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then we are good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, guys, I think we are good to go now. So, are you guys ready? Shall we start the session?
Yeah, let's go.
We are ready.
That's perfect. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome to today's AMA session. I'm Lovely from Crypto Attacks Style, your host for the session, and we are excited to have Mr. Alex, Chief of Growth at like Terminus, and Bogdan. He's the CEO of SSUX, and Mr. Samuel, the ECO builder of Friend3 with us to like discuss about the PayFi and like its crucial role in the Asia Pacific crypto landscape. So yeah, it's going to like very wonderful Q&A session, guys. So please put your volumes up. And before we dive deep, guys, please introduce about yourself and your background to our audience, and then we discuss in detail further. Yeah.
Sure, of course. Well, thank you, lovely. Hi, everyone. So that's a pleasure to be here with you tonight. That's always good to speak about PayFi. My name is Alex. I am Chief Growth Officer at Terminus Network, and our goal is to make crypto payments simple and available to everybody. So to do so, we actually built a payment network that people can use in order to buy things in the real world using their cryptocurrencies. That means that you can actually go to your, local restaurant, scan the QR code and buy your sandwich using your own crypto. And on the merchant side, there is nothing to do because we actually use the pre-existing payment system, which is this QR code payment system, which is very common in Southeast Asia, to make the transaction. So the merchant will receive the amount already converted in fiat and directly into his or her bank account. So here there is zero setup costs, no onboarding, nothing to do. And we are currently operating in Thailand, in Vietnam, and we want to open to new Southeast Asian countries. Thank you.
I guess I will jump in next. So my name is Bogdan. I'm the CEO of Assetex, and we are building a Telegram mini app, EVM abstraction wallet. So it's basically a EVM wallet that is built in your Telegram, just like Telegram wallet. So the idea is we want to give an access to EVM and also some of the non-EVM blockchain ecosystems directly from Telegram to the users of Telegram. So that's a very big user base. We are targeting these users, and I think that has a great potential, especially considering the fact that we have a token that can be used to cover any blockchain network gas fee. So it's like you have a single currency and you pay any blockchain network where you transact just in one currency. So let's say you want to use Ethereum, but you will need only IS6 to pay gas fees. And same for more than 40 blockchain networks. And then we also incorporated some tasking system. We made it through the Galaxy integration, and we built something new which we call microtask mining, and we have a deflationary rewards mechanism structure, which is basically similar to Bitcoin halving when the difficulty is going up. So we have kind of similar mechanism for the I6 mining rewards. We have the difficulty going up by decreasing the reward per task in our micro tasks. So and thank you for the invitation to this space. Happy to dive in, and and especially in our main topic, PayFi. So thank you. Passing the mic next.
I guess my turn. Hi guys, I'm Samuel. I'm the ecosystem of Friend3. So essentially, Friend3 is a SoFi project that is built live on BNB chain and off BNB. We are a social the apps where anyone can make friends and make profit at the same time in Web3 world. Like we're creating a kind of like social monetization landscape by offering a customizable pay-per-group communities and introducing a decentralized donation mechanism. Essentially, if you open the Friend3 the apps, you will face with kind of like tickets, and where you need to when you get into a group, you need to pay the ticket, and the ticket is actually fluctuates the value in itself. Like if the discussion in the group is really hot and it's really good topic for example like PayFi right now, then the value will go up because like everyone will want to also jump into the hot topics to actually discuss about the new narrative that might get them the benefits. So that is essentially what we are doing in Friend3.
Wow, that's really awesome. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. And it's a pleasure to have you here, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. And now let's get started. And let's start with the basic, could say. So could you give us an overview of PayFi, like how it integrates into the broader crypto and financial ecosystem? So let's start with Mr. Alex. Go ahead, please.
Sure, thank you. Well, on one hand, you have, this traditional finance, that is banks, payment networks like Visa cards, MasterCard, Swift, and other financial institutions that actually control how money moves between people, between countries, between businesses, and so on. And on the other side, you have all those, PayFi and DeFi projects that have the same goal, which is bringing the blockchain technology into this system. And why we want to do so is because we want to make transactions faster, cheaper, and more transparent. And at the end, we actually want to give people more control over their money, rather than using these traditional financial systems. So here, yeah, I think like the main goal of PayFi is to make crypto payments simple and available, just like using your credit cards or your mobile wallet in everyday life.
All right, that's awesome. Moving ahead to our another panelist, Mr. Bogdan. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. In case of aesthetics, the best use case and the integration with PayFi is in the accessibility. So, like I said, we are building a Telegram mini app, and I believe everyone on this space have Telegram installed. So, and then um, it's easy to access any EVM blockchain ecosystem directly from the app that every one of us already have. We don't need to download MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Binance Wallet, or whatever to stop using Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon. So, and I guess that's the best fit for the PayFi scenario as well, because in PayFi, you still need to manage a Web3 wallet, pay gas fee, access a decentralized application, do a transaction. Let's say when you make the smart contract interaction, you settle the whole payment, installment plan, whatever, on the blockchain, and you still kind of transacting on chain, you're burning gas and you need to pay for it. So, and that's how Aesthetics can help by just abstracting you from this headache. We cover that on 40 plus different blockchains for you, and you pay us back in our ISX token. We handle everything, so you don't have a headache. So that's my take on PayFi.
All right, that's beautiful. Moving ahead to our another panelist, the guest from Friend 3. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I think I want to start with this. Like sometimes I get confused between DeFi and also PayFi and also TradeFi. So in essential, if you think about DeFi, it's kind of like the infrastructure. The core things of the infrastructure in itself is actually moving two assets from one individual to other individual. Like the kind of like model of economics that support this kind of structure is what essentially DeFi means, and it's decentralized. So for PayFi, it's actually a lot more easier to understand than that. It's actually you are buying something, you are like trading your assets, and usually it's a stable coin, and you buy it in a form of, for example, like it's not only other assets or maybe goods. You can also buy, for example, like a services. That's also one of the kind of narration that is being championed inside PayFi in itself. And PayFi, what is really talk about is actually maximizing the time value of money, just like what the other panelists talk about, like accelerating the settlements and unlocking the liquidity trap in the slow kind of like systems. For example, like in the supply chain, usually you need a banker or maybe the traditional kind of like finance to actually transfer the money or move the money itself. It's actually the problem, and PayFi is the solutions that I can say that in that area, and it bridges, like for example, like crypto efficiency with traditional finance and targeting sector like real kind of assets in real world stuff. So yeah, that's my take.
All right. Thank you to all of you for that insightful overview. And it's like very exciting to see like how PayFi is bridging the gap between like traditional finance and crypto. And you guys are making like really very great efforts to like making it as our daily use activity. So yeah, that's really awesome. Also, listener, please do follow all the social channels of all these three projects. Hop in. They are really making the web-free space more accessible to all of you. So yeah, I'm like this is the best chance to get in early. Okay, so moving ahead, we got to know that like PayFi is making waves in financial landscape, but like its impact may vary across regions. So how does PayFi role and significant in the Asia Pacific market compared to its influence in the rest of the world? So yeah, please answer on that.
Hello, can I go first on this?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So from my understanding, um, for the Asian and Pacific market, it's like a solution that can all kind of simplify and access to something that can be accessed through crypto, if you know what I mean. For example, let's say you are a citizen of Thailand or some other APAC country. So, and your economy is kind of in the downside, let's say. So, basically, tools like PayFi allow you to, for instance, buy a tokenized real estate, and then you also, through the PayFi, you access it in the payment plan. So, for example, you use a PayFi solution that sells you a tokenized real world assets, for example, apartments. And through the PayFi platform, they make it in the payment plan, let's say 60 months. So it's a 5 years, yeah. So, and then you can, through the crypto, with just low liquidity, you potentially can get a service that is similar to a mortgage. And I mean, why it's good fit with real world assets, and especially in Asia and APAC market is, first of all, that market is crypto friendly, and it's building all the frameworks and legislation. Thailand updating the rules, trying to catch up with Singapore, I guess. Singapore is very developed in that area. Japan is very developed. Philippines and Indonesia has a huge community. So yeah, I guess that's good and bad solution for the APAC market. Why bad? Because some people can be against uh, kinds of installment plans or trading with the margin, basically using money that you don't really have. So that's another side of PayFi, but I guess that's for another topic.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. And maybe I will just bring more like an overview of what just said Bogdan before. But I think PayFi in the Asia Pacific region, where there are several opportunities compared to other countries in the world. Like here, we see this massive crypto adoption, for example, in Southeast Asia. We see as well a different payment culture and infrastructure compared to other countries. Like in Asia Pacific, you have this QR code payment system, which is very dominating all the payment systems, like Thai QR in Thailand, Viet QR in Vietnam, and so on. And on the Western countries, well, people use more credit cards, for example. And another opportunity here in APAC is actually that many people don't have a bank account, but they have a smartphone. And that's a good opportunity for PayFi to come around and to give them access to the global economy, even for those people who have no bank accounts. And I think as well there is one challenge that is quite big here in APAC. This is the regulation. I think that's one of the biggest challenges in PayFi. But yeah, there are many countries in Asia Pacific, and all of them, they have different regulations, different laws. So as a PayFi project, you actually need to adapt to all those different laws from each country. And I think, yeah, that's one of the biggest challenge. Thank you. Samuel, if you want to say something about that.
Yeah. I want to pick up. Like, I completely agree with you about the flexibility that is needed in Asia Pacific country, especially like it's built on thousands of cultures, and it's like it's difference between each kind of nation. Even one nations that is involved in a lot of cultures. So the flexibility of PayFi in itself, and the flexibility of the infrastructure in PayFi, in the pay mechanisms, or maybe the kind of like investment kind of like security kind of flexibility. Like everyone has their own thoughts. Like someone's like it to be slow, but getting the wealth slowly without any risk, or someone who wants to be fast. It's just so fair, right? Because there is a lot of nation in itself. But one thing that I want to mention about Asia Pacific in itself, like in Asia Pacific, there is a country. No, I think a lot of countries in Asia Pacific is actually one of the emerging, developing country that is going big, and they are actually trading millions or even billions of dollars every years, and the kind of like slow transaction that is happening. Okay, but the nation that I mentioned, if you guys. I think I want to mention about India, China. They think themselves as a developing country. I kind of feel like it's already developed, but yeah, still. And Indonesia, and also Philippines. I think it's kind of like debatable. So yeah, this country is actually trading millions to billions every year, and the kind of transaction that they need is actually a fast one. Like with a matter of second, minutes, or the latest is actually hours. If you are gonna take days or even 2 days, I think it's gonna be kind of late. I think I heard, actually read about some news in 2022 where there is there is a kind of like potential of 2.2 billions dollars is lost in the trading because of the slow response of the slow transaction in 2022. And if you think about it, if we can change it and make it into a kind of like PayFi, and because of PayFi's flexible structure, like we can create a kind of like smart contract where it's depends on the type of transaction out there, and it can also flow with the trend right now. I think we can mitigate that loss, and we can also accelerate this developer who's
Hello, I think we lost your voice. Yeah.
sorry, I mean, so where was I? Yeah, so okay, I think I just want to mention that there is PayFi is going to change a lot if it's implemented, or especially in Asia Pacific country, because of the big nations, big developing nations that is going to become a big economic player in the world. For example, like Indonesia, India, and also China. So just imagine the instant transaction that can happen, that can mitigate the loss of 2.2 billions that is happening in 2022. Like it's gonna change a lot. Will be a big shift in economics. So yeah, that's my take.
That's really awesome. That's a fantastic perspective. So thank you so much to all of our panelists for that wonderful answer. And I'm like the contrast between its I'm like the PayFi adoption and the use cases worldwide really highlighted the versatility and like potential for growth. So yeah, I'm sure that our audience would love to learn more about like how PayFi continues to adapt and expand. So let's dive deeper into that. So, I think let's start with the some real world use cases. I could say, like mention about the advantages of it, so that like our listener get to know about it in like far better way. So, guys, can you please answer like, can you basically share the key advantages that make PayFi a game changer in the industry?
Yes, I think we already mentioned most of them, but well, we can just list again. With PayFi, you don't need to have bank accounts to receive or to send money, just a phone, internet connection, and crypto wallet, and that's all. So, which is quite useful. And then you have as well instant transactions. You know, if you use, for example, your credit card at your grocery shop, then the merchant will receive the payment after 1 or 2 days. But with PayFi, he can receive it in seconds. So it's very quick and fast. That as well avoid all this volatility issues that we can have with traditional transactions. Because if you send the money, for example, on Monday, but if the merchant receives on Wednesday, if this is in another currency, then there will be these exchange fees that they can be quite volatile. But with PayFi, as this is instant, we reduce this risk to zero. Then as well, there are lower fees because we tend to have less intermediaries, so we can reduce the fees. There is as well this global use of crypto wallets, where someone with a crypto wallet can actually use it anywhere in the world. That's very useful for someone, for example, a tourist or an expat that is living in a country, but actually receiving money from another country. You can actually use his crypto wallet to pay anything in the country where he's currently living. And the last point I think is that this is safe because we use blockchain technology. So this is transparent. So this is also like a safe solution to make money transactions. Thank you. I don't know if anyone else would like to share something on that.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yeah, we hear you. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry if you have mentioned that, but I want just to go over again about one of the key benefits of the PayFi, which is access to an instant liquidity. So uh, basically, when you have an access to money today through the PayFi applications, you can have access to a product today, and then you can do payments step by step. From one side, it opens good doors of the good doors for the real world assets market because basically users can buy more, they can invest more as well. So for the GFI market, that creates a leverage on what people actually have. So let's say uh, you have a $10,000 per year in crypto in USDT, and now with PayFi solution you can find uh, subscribe to a smart contract that all your crypto that is coming to your wallet will be now going to pay for the installments through the PayFi app. And then with this money, you have an access to decentralized markets and basically you can make a leverage position. You had $10,000, now you have $100,000. You pay $1,000 a month of the debt during the next 10 years, but you have 100K liquidity. So basically that opens access to more liquidity. So for the DeFi, that's also a potential to see higher volumes. Probably if you are a day trader, there can be some random exchanges, and they will have a price of the token going up because of the sudden spike in the volumes. People will be buying something like crazy. They just got some free liquidity through PayFi solutions. So yeah, I think it can have good impact on DeFi ecosystem overall, but I think it will be in the short term. Yeah, that's my comment.
Not gonna lie, like the previous speakers already talked a lot about the advantages. I don't really have anything to add on, like the instant settlements, cost efficiency. A lot of things have been mentioned, and I completely agree with it. Like PayFi is one of the, not one of, it's actually the future that is gonna happen soon, and it's. I think we need to prepare for it, and like we don't want to be late for it. Yeah, that's what I want to take. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, for sure. We totally have to prepare for it in advance, and that's really impressive, guys. Thank you so much for sharing that. And then it's clear that the PayFi is not only just like enhancing the financial transaction, but like also redefining efficiency, security, and accessibility in the Web3 industry. And these advantages position as like a powerful force in the evolving crypto and financial landscape. So that's really awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that once again. Okay, so now let's talk about the another very interesting topic. Basically, let's talk about your project, like how you guys are aligned with the PayFi initiative. So yeah, can you please answer on that? Like how do Tumenius, SSUX, and our friend 3 aligned with the PayFi initiative. Additionally, like what is specific solution or product are you offering that cater to this sector? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. I would just speak from Terminus' point of view. So we actually want to make PayFi and actually crypto payments simple and effective to anyone. That means that we try to make a product which is as simple as possible to use. That means that on the user side, you just need to have a crypto wallet and nothing else. No need to install an application, no sign up, nothing to do. You just have to go to your grocery shop, for example, scan a QR code, and that's all. And on the merchant side, as we are using the pre-existing payment system, which are these QR codes, the merchant doesn't need to do anything. It doesn't need to install any hardware, software, or the applications. They don't even need to have a crypto wallet to receive this payment, as they will directly receive the payment into their bank account and into their local currency. And I think we can mention like competitors or other PayFi platforms like Binance Pay, BitPay, that are, I think, very great platforms, very good. But on the other hand, you actually need to install an application to use it. And that can be a challenge or hassle for merchants. And from our side, we try to remove all those limitations by adapting our system to the pre-existing payment systems. Thank you.
For Friend 3, I can't really say like we're kind of like a PayFi project, but the way that our donation token listing work is actually kind of like PayFi in itself. Like for example, like if the users is actually interested in the topics that is in the group that is already discussed, and it's actually really informative, and the users is really benefit for it. The users can actually pay for donations to the group creators or the content creators. And we in Front 3, we actually want to help content creators to receive their payments in a lot more easier way. And for the users to like a lot more easier for them to give a donation token. So we actually list a lot of broad assets and then bring it to our donation list. And for example, like if you have BNB, you have OPBNB, or you have maybe Flocky, USDT, these assets, you can list. You actually donate to the content creators right away. You don't need to actually change it to F3 or anything. So you can just use it as a donation tokens. And the list will goes on. We will keep on broad the asset list in there, so it'll help the users and also help the content creator itself.
From a certain side, I wanted to say last, because we actually doing something completely opposite to a PayFi, because even our token launch model is the way that we don't do any pre-sale, any private round, so that we don't want to give a advantage to early investors. So once the token goes live, it goes live. It goes live for everyone, no matter how much money you have. If you're a VC fund or just a private investor. So that's our idea. And we basically want to do everything on time, like time execution without any future or basically without any future executions. So meaning you make a transaction now, you have to pay for this transaction $1 in Ethereum fees. Let's say you buying NFT on OpenSea, yeah. So that will cost you $1 in Ethereum fees. So that's your fee, okay? Pay us $1.01 in I6. We cover that for you on Ethereum. We take our small charge of 1%, 0.5%, but we do our job. We cover fees on 40 different blockchains for you. We host the whole ecosystem, blah, blah. So we do like spot market. So that's a bit opposite to the PayFi, but still PayFi. I'm not saying it's something bad. It has good use cases. Thank you.
Okay, so next, Mr. Samuel, are you here?
You ask me? Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I already speak. I'm the second one.
All right, yeah, got it. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing that. And now let's ask question regarding the regularity framework, because it's play like a crucial role in shaping the adoption of financial innovation, right? So, can you guys please answer like how do the regulation in the Asia Pacific region impact PayFi's growth and adoption, and like what strategy are in place to navigate these challenges? So yeah, let's start with Mr. Alex. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I don't know how well Bogdan and Samuel are handling that, but regulation is a tough part in PayFi because crypto regulations, they are unclear in many countries, and they are different across all countries. But that's normal because crypto is kind of new and Web3 as well. So governments, they need to, to adapt quickly to avoid fraud, money laundering, tax evasion, and so on. And as PayFi projects, how we can overcome that? Well, I think there are several things that we can do. First, of course, we have to comply with all local payment and tax laws. That's mandatory. Secondly, we should as well have partnerships with regulated financial banks, financial entities like banks or other payment networks that are already existing and operating in the country. And the last thing is that we have to be transparent. We have to have audit. We have to communicate with the governments so they can actually trust us. And at the same time, users and merchants can trust us. I'll be curious to know what Samuel and Bogdan would like to say about that.
For me, like I'm no experts in this region or questions, so I don't dare to actually answer it. So maybe the next one. Maybe you know.
Yeah. So also, I'm not a lawyer, but trying to catch up with the latest updates on legal crypto frameworks. So from my perspective, the biggest challenge from legal point of view is connection between how to say, kind of credit score. So if you do a PayFi model, and I mean basically if you do get money now and then you pay it later, then you still have to validate somehow that your client will actually pay you back. Otherwise, you have you will raise the funds, you will give out a few $1 million in PayFi credits, and then basically 1% covers your installment plans, and you go in default because your currency will be dumping because people won't be able to pay for the payment plan. So it's very complicated. I think PayFi is difficult segment, and even from seeing companies that trying to do something in that sector, I think guys from Terminus are doing very intense work. So give some credit to them for this. But you can check, for instance, a recent PayFi conference, and the Solana Foundation guys, Polygon guys, basically top tier companies that are funded very, very, very well. So yeah, like I said, not a legal expert. So I think we can jump to the next question.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but great explanation. So yeah, awesome. Moving ahead, I'm sure that our listener is excited to hear about what's next. So could you share any um upcoming projects or roadmap initiative that Dominos, SSUX, and EcoBuilder have in connection with like PayFi, and any exciting development we should keep an eye on?
Yeah, of course. Well, our first goal is that to expand to other countries. Right now we are operating in Thailand and Vietnam, but we want to move to other countries for 2025. And we are mainly focusing on countries where there is this already pre-existing QR code payment system. Another thing that we want to do is to add more blockchain networks and to as well accept more payment networks. So we can have more and more users, more and more merchants. And the last thing is that we might as well create new merchant rewards, and loyalty programs, to give some incentives for businesses to actually accept, crypto payments. Back to you, Samuel or Bogdan.
Yeah, so for our upcoming PayFi kind of like roadmaps. First, I think I already mentioned it. We will broaden the assets of list for the donation tokens, and second of all, so we are actually building our own AI agents, and we are like it's still in development. And but here's the things. So the kind of PayFi that I want to mention here is actually the way that the AI agent services out there is operating. It's actually most of it's in subscription model, and usually it's gonna be costly, and you're not gonna like, sometimes like you don't need it. You are using it when you're working only, but when you're sleeping, when you're not using it, you're not actually using it, and you're actually like not benefiting from it. So Friend 3's AI agents, we are thinking about remodeling the kind of like payments methods for the AI agent itself. We are going to use a subscription and not a tickets model, just like our ticket groups. It's not really yet like the detail of it. Yes, it is coming soon. So stay tuned for that.
All right, yeah, got it. And our final, like the last panelist, please share your views also. Mr. Bogdan, please, yeah. I think we lost the connection or what. Are you here, sir?
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Um, yeah. So our plans actually this next week. Today is Sunday, I guess. Yeah, Saturday. Okay. Yeah. So next week we releasing website and our app update. We will have staking. We will have some major visual updates and also some localization changes. And also, what I wanted to say that if you are from a country that is not speaking English, we also have localized channels. So please do follow them.
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, yeah, do follow all the social channels of the projects and keep an eye on for further update. They are really doing a great job. So, yeah, keep supporting, hopping on their social channels, engage with other community member as well. Okay, so looking ahead, where do you see the PayFi in the could say next 5 years? What's the future? I think the guest from our friend three already said that it's the future, right? We have to be like keep active on that, but still, yeah, share your voice. Like, are there any emerging trends or innovation that we should keep an eye on?
Yeah. And I agree with Samuel, as I think PayFi is the future of transactions. I think the main goal of PayFi is to make crypto payments accepted everywhere. from big cities to small villages anywhere in the world. And to do so, what we want is to have instant and cheap transactions. We want to have actually PayFi system that can accept all types of blockchain networks, all types of payment systems, and of course we have to comply with the regulations. So it's safe for merchants and customers to use those crypto payments. And I think in the long run, the main goal of that is to have a fully decentralized blockchain-based payment system. Because now you see that projects like us, Terminus Network, we're actually using the pre-existing payment system, those QR codes in Southeast Asia, because we want to scale up quickly. We want merchants to adapt our system fast and easily. But this is still centralized. We are still dependent on local financial entities. And on the other side, you have projects like Binance Pay, for example, that allow this fully crypto environment payment system. But on the other hand, you have to install their own application to use it. There are fees as well, etc. But I think the goal here is to have, like with Bitcoin, but same kind of projects, but in PayFi, to have a fully decentralized and transparent blockchain-based payment system. And in terms of innovation, I think as many other projects, we will tend to have more AI in PayFi for fraud detection, for as well helping merchants to maybe analyze the incomes and outcomes, and so on. Thank you.
For my take is actually okay. I kind of like being I kind of like buy the vision of the Lily from the president of Solana Foundations, where he said in the token Singapore's, where he envisioned like this: the pay now, like you guys know about buy now and pay later, but it's being changed by buy now and pay never. So the concept idea is actually when you want to buy a coffee of $5, you lend borrowers for $500 with an interest rate of 1%, but the interest is actually being paid upfront. Essentially, that 5%, that $5 that you get from the for lending, you get it in the upfront, and you can pay with the coffee. And when the time's up, you can get back for your 500. Essentially, you get the coffee for free. This just showcase that PayFi is actually flexible enough, but I don't know it's already realized or not. But or it's just me that never met this kind of case in my country or in with my friends. But this showcase the flexibility, the kind of like idea behind the PayFi and stuff is actually really really solid. And if it's happening, and it will happen, it will just push our economics model towards a kind of like better future, because like it will be a lot more flexible and it will suit everyone. That is, I'm not only saying like the one that has money, but I'm also saying like the one that is actually doesn't really have one. So it will be benefiting all layers of in the society in itself. So yeah.
Um, Sorry, the other speakers were talking so long. Can you not? I mean, that was very nice and informative, but I just forgot the question. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, 100%. So, where do you see PayFi evolving in the next 5 years, and what next trend or could say new trend should we look out for? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Basically, I have a very scary idea. So imagine you can use PayFi to do stuff like ETFs on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, what other coins uh, uh, seems to be listed next. I think one of them is XRP, I guess. So basically with PayFi and this concept that just was explained by our friend Tri speaker. So you basically can buy ETF of the Bitcoin, kind of expect the price growth. Out of the price growth, you cut some small profit, you sell it, you pay your installments, and you kind of never paying for your initial credit body, let's say. And I mean, that from one hand is very nice and unlocks huge opportunities for the liquidity, for trading and stuff like this. Great volumes, new community, but at the same time, it creates a risk of non-collateralized debt, let's say, because who will pay for the installments if the asset is ETF on Bitcoin? And what will happen if, let's say, a bank that issued ETF lost his credit score? So that can cause maybe next altcoin pump, but at the same time, it will cause a dump when there will be some how to say, gap in the liquidity inflows and outflows.
Yeah, I agree, and that's a fascinating outlook. So thanks for sharing that. Also, it's clear that the PayFi is like positioned to make a lasting impact, and I'm sure that our listener is eager to see like how these advancements unfold, and we will definitely be watching closely. Yeah, and now, guys, I have last question for like three of you before we jump onto the live segment. So, yeah, I would like to remind our audience that, guys, be ready and prepare some good questions, some interesting questions for our guest. Okay, so basically, can you guys answer on that? Like, collaboration is key to like driving innovation and adaptation in the crypto space. So, how can different crypto project and businesses work together to accelerate PayFi's growth and expand its reach? So, yeah, let's start with Mr. Alex. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Well, first, you have to build strong partnerships with, like speaking about PayFi, with banks and other payment networks. So it's actually easier to make this technology integration between blockchain and traditional payment systems. We need as well to educate on, not to educate, but more to bring more awareness on users, well, on people and on merchants, especially about the benefits of cryptocurrencies, of accepting crypto payments. And the last thing is that I think we need to collaborate and to work with governments to try to have clear regulations and try to speed up the process of getting a license to operate in different countries. Thank you. Back to you, Samuel or Bogdan.
Yeah, I just want to continue, and I 100% agree that some frameworks required, and in terms of awareness and integration of the crypto and let's call it Web 2.0 businesses. What we actually provide is through our microtasking, we can introduce Web 2 businesses that will reward in crypto for the activities. So what we can do is like with Terminus. If you go and check their website, you will see that they have integration with GrabPay. So Grab is like one of the biggest apps to order food, taxi, uh, post, if you need to send a mail or whatever. So basically, what we can do with our tasks, we reward with crypto for orders or using taxi with the Web2 application. And that's already possible. And that's like a great option to onboard people to crypto because for people who don't know much about crypto, what you can do is you first made a purchase of pizza, you ordered pizza, then you got some kind of cashback in I6 tokens, and then with these I6 tokens, how you can spend them, you can access any EVM blockchain network. So it's like, oh, bro, go order pizza, and as a cashback, go try our Web3 game. So why Pizza Shop cannot do a Web3 game for the promotion? I think they can. So, and that's like easy way to onboard Web2 businesses and also Web2 community.
For me, completely agree with Alex and also Bogdan. Uh, like first is actually try to collaborate, creating a kind of like partnership between a crypto project in itself with bank is a really good ways. Even though I might argue that there's a lot of things that will creating a kind of like problem because like in nations there is their own currency and managing a second currency at the same time with its own currency, it's actually will be much more problem. Not like okay, I might not. I think I'm not gonna commit into this, but I said like there it will take a much longer time for bankers or maybe like governments to actually accept crypto in the usage of in the real world usage, but it is coming their way. So if they are not accepting it, then other country will accept it at the end of the day because like it is this is what I want to believe. Like Web3's DeFi is actually a much better economic models than that there is out there in the world. So because of the transparency, because of the a lot more flexibility that is out there. So I think if a crypto project is actually successfully collaborating with banks in itself, I think yes, it can happen and it can accelerate PayFi in itself. And second of all, is talking about the regulator engagement. Like KYC is really important here. If the the big player here, there is no verification, there's no regulator there will be no safe or secure kind of like PayFi. And the third is actually our infrastructure of layer 2. I know that right now the layer 2 right now is kind of like enough, or layer 3 is kind of enough, but I believe like if we want to really mass adoptions and have everyone's in the world in the society to actually jump into crypto and use it as a kind of like the big economic model, I don't think it's that enough yet, but for now it's enough. So as long as people get the idea and the taste of better kind of like economic model, I think it's good. So yeah, that's my take.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for that answer. Really, very appreciated. And I think we covered all the detailed information about the PayFi, and that's basically the future. So thank you so much for that. And I think that was it from the first segment. It's time to start another segment, that is the live one. So guys, please call out some name and I will bring them up as a speaker. So yeah, Mr. Alex, please call out some name. I will bring one speaker from your end. Yeah.
Hi, lovely. So you'd like me to pick up someone with a question? That's right.
Yeah, yeah, right. Please call out some name and I will bring him up as a speaker. Yeah.
Well, let me check the list of the questions. Sorry, I will just open them and look at them.
No, Mr. Alex, I think a lot of people are making emojis of a raising hand, so you have to call the name and I will unmute that person.
Oh, of course, sorry. Well, I would choose Ben.
Who's that? Could you please repeat?
Ben.
Okay, okay, yeah, Ben. Let me check. I'm so sorry, Mr. Alex. I can't find his account. Could you please say another name?
Sure, of course. I will. Let's do Hunter X. Sorry, Hunter X.
Okay,
Uh,
Hunter X.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Hunter X and Ben, I just sent you the request, so please accept it, guys. Yeah. All right. So hello, Ben. Go ahead, ask your question, please. Yeah, yeah, Hunter X, you're audible. Go ahead.
First of all, thank you for bringing me on. So, my question is, we all know that community plays a major role in an ecosystem. So, I want to know, what are your plans to get to the more audience? That's my question.
And that's a great question. I think that's very important for any Web3 projects to bring more audience and to grow up the community. From our side, we're mainly focusing on platforms such as X or Telegram to communicate with people and to share our plans and everything. And as well, we have a team in Thailand that is focusing on the Thai market. We have a team in Vietnam that is focusing on the Vietnamese market. So anywhere, I mean, anytime we go to a new country, we actually have a team on the site to to speak with the local people and to build a community from there.
Okay, thank you so much. I wish you best of luck on your project.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Hunter X, for the question. Moving ahead to Mr. Samuel. Go ahead, please call out some name and I will bring him up. Yeah.
Um. Okay. In my screen I saw Ben, Professor Gary, and Max. You can just request one of them. By the way, I'm so sorry. I only have maybe like 5 to 10 minutes left because I have another meeting soon. So maybe I can only ask one questions.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we have Ben here. All right. Ben faced some network issue, I guess. Professor, go ahead, ask your question.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask asset UX. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Professor.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to ask that. I wanted do you make your project gasless?
You were breaking up. Can you repeat? I heard only cashless.
Yeah, how does your gasless future work? How does your gasless future work?
Yeah, great question. So basically, what we do, we cover all the blockchain network fee for you on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. What's your favorite blockchain? What you use, Professor? Professor?
Yeah,
Yeah. What's your favorite blockchain?
BSC, Binance Smart Chain.
Okay, nice. Love it as well. So basically, on BSC, you need to have some BNB to trade on PancakeSwap, right? So how we make it gasless with Assetix wallet, you don't need BNB. You just have Assetix token. And when you trade on BSC, you pay gas fee instead of BNB. You just pay it with Assetix. Then if you want to start trading on Polygon or let's say OPBNB, OPBNB is like optimistic roll up balance smart chain. Yeah. So if you want to trade there, you also need OPBNB. I mean, the native BNB would not work. You need to bridge some to the OPBNB, then you can trade on OPBNB. So, and with i6, you just also have just one i6 and you can pay gas fee on Binance Smart Chain, on OPBNB, on 40 plus more supported networks. So yeah, that's what we call gasless experience. Okay, I see you sent a purple heart. I guess you got the answer.
All right, that's cool. Thanks for the answer for that. And yeah, it's not my field of expertise at the same time, so thank you for that. Yeah, so I'm sorry, guys. I need to leave now. Thank you for enjoying, and thank you for CryptoTech and Lovely for the invitations and for the great guest for the great platform. I really enjoyed here, and thanks you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Okay, so yeah, so let's jump onto the another speaker. That is Somu. Go ahead, ask a question, please.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to know that like lots of project launching in the market nowadays. So what is our competitive edge and what makes us different better than others? Is that clear?
Yes, Sumu. Yes, very clear. So you'd like to know, what makes our project different than competitors? Um, well,
Yes.
from Perfect. So from our side, we have one competitor, which is the traditional payment systems like Visa cards, Mastercards, mobile wallet, and so on. But with our project, you can actually use your cryptocurrencies to buy stuff, which is not the case with the traditional payment systems. And another type of competitors, this is all the other PayFi projects that allows you to pay things using crypto, like Binance Pay, BitPay, MoonPay, CoinGate, etc. But those projects, they have one common thing is that you need to have their application installed. You need to register to their platform in order to make transactions. And maybe that's not a problem for users because if you like cryptocurrencies, you can simply go to their platforms and install the application, register, and so on. Do as well the KYC request from there, and then you can make the purchase. But the issue is more from the merchant side because it's hard to find merchants that actually have all those different applications to accept those different payment systems. So based on that, we actually decided to not build a new application, a new system, but we instead build a network that use the pre-existing payment systems. So the merchants, they don't need to do anything. They already have those QR code on their on the store, and the user will come there and scan the QR code, and everything will be set up automatically. The crypto from the user will leave the wallet, be converted into fiat, and the fiat amount will be sent directly to the bank account of the merchant. Is that clear? Did I reply well to your question?
Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks for your clearance.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, buddy. And moving ahead, Mr. Bogdan, could you please name some of our speaker, and I will bring him up.
I think Ben was trying to speak in the. Think, yeah, let's try Ben. Gary.
All right, yeah, gotta let me unmute. Okay.
Guys, if you can kindly stop spamming raise hand, it will be very nice. My laptop is dying. Yes.
Question is that community support is very important in any project. Like, how do you plan to attract more users and expand your community globally? Thank you.
Yeah, we actually started already expanding our community globally. We already support 7 languages, such as English, Spanish, Russian, Serbian, Farsi, Hindi, Pidgin, Bangla. No, it's actually more, I think. So yeah, we expanding to the local communities. We are looking for the local influencers who speak local language. For example, if you are from Nigeria and you speak Pidgin, then you would most likely want to see and react much better to the content that is in rather than in English. So yeah, we're just trying to be closer to the local communities everywhere we are trying to promote. Then second approach is through B2B as well. So what we want to do is to collaborate with the local brands. So for example, if you are in Thailand and you have any kind of offline business or online business, then we can do the integration where we bring the audience from Telegram, site, your shop, or whatever it is, and for the completion of these tasks, users get rewarded in crypto. So, and it's like a loyalty program, and it's very easy to install. Like guys from Terminus, apps. Yeah, you have Grab, they have different apps, and you have different stuff in these apps. So what we did also to make so if a Web3 company has a space on Galaxy, we just import tasks directly to our application. If it's a Web2 company and it has no Galaxy space, then we just set up these tasks. It's very easy to do. We also have paid services that can boost the visibility of the task, so you get even more engagement and so on. So we are trying basically to attack from different angles and also from different regions.
All right, awesome. Hope, Gary, you got your answer, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Keep growing. More support.
Thank you so much for that question. And now it's time to unmute last speaker. So, Mr. Alex, could you please name one of them?
Sure. Let's choose Bembo, Bembo.
Let's see. Okay, bamboo. Okay, so Bamboo, you're a speaker now. Go ahead, ask your question, please.
Hello, I'm audible.
You are.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to ask about your future. What is your upcoming future plan, 2025? Can you share with us? Thank you.
Yeah, so you'd like to know like our roadmap and what our like main goals. So yeah, we want to expand to more countries. We want to accept as well more blockchain networks. We want to adapt, to accept as well more other payment systems. And as well, actually, in this month or the following month, we will launch as well our new token. That will be a big milestone for our project. So yeah, this is our, for now on, this is our main goals.
Okay, thank you, Terminus. Thank you. Great answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Bamboo, for the question. I think we covered all the details so far about the PayFi, its future. I'm like, it's a next big revolution for sure. And yeah, it's time to wrapping up this wonderful session. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being here. And as we wrap up this session, do you want to say something to our community or offer a closing statement?
Sure. Sorry, Bogdan, go ahead.
No, go.
Okay, thank you. Well, that was very great to be here with you tonight. Thank you so much. Thanks for everyone. And yeah, follow us on X, Terminus_POS. We have all our updates on there. And as I just mentioned, we will launch soon our new token. And yeah, we are operating in Thailand and Vietnam, and we want to expand to other countries. And feel free to contact me personally or anyone from our project if you have any questions about anything. I would be very happy to reply to all your questions. So yeah, again, thank you so much, and have a nice Saturday evening and Sunday.
Yeah, and from our end, have a great weekend, and hope you had a great Lunar New Year celebration. And stay tuned and make sure you bookmark ascetics.com because we relate. That's it. Thank you for joining the space, and thank you for our host.
All right, thank you so much, guys, and to all our listener guys, thank you so much for being here. Do follow all the social channels of Dominias, SSUX and Friend 3. Hop in on their social channels and stay update about the future integration, the future, the update about the future. And yeah, that was it. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.